All right. Leading off, Aaron Judge, fastest to 300 home runs, and by a landslide. It was by like 100 games. I mean, this guy's a special hitter. And clearly the best hitter in the league right now. Realistically, what career number will Aaron Judge get to in his career? Now, keep in mind, he's 32 years old right now.
So he's at what? He's 301 now, right?
301.
Yep.
So yeah, just over 300. I mean, I think you could probably like guarantee 400. I would think like definite realm of possibility. Like I would even say like bordering on like I don't know about likely, but like highly possible 450, 430, 450. I mean, I don't know if he's got 200 home runs. At 32. I mean, I hope I'm wrong. I'd love to see him get to 500, but I don't know. I mean, that would be he would. I mean, realistically, with the age, I mean, he would need what? He would need 2 or 3 more seasons in the next 6 of like 60 home runs.
Yeah.
And then that kind of puts you on a pace to where you can, kind of at the end of the career hit, 15, 20, 22, whatever.
Yeah.
That would be insane. I mean, if anyone could do it, he could do it. I don't know if you could expect it.
Yeah, I think like, on the safe side, he averages, 45 for the next 3 years to get him to his 35-year-old season, right? That gives him another 135 home runs. So he's sitting at 435. Is he going to average more than 45? On the pace he's going, most likely, yes. But, I mean, we'll get to it in a couple of minutes because we're going to talk about how they're pitching to him. But, he's going to average probably close to 50, I would think. But then when you get past 35, you usually, not always, see guys start to taper off a little bit in the power department. So does he get to 500? I don't know. I think 450 might even be a stretch. Like 150 more home runs for his career. 450, he could do it. He's got the talent to do it. But does he stay healthy enough to get there? I don't know.
That's the issue with Judge. He's in the second year of a 9-year deal. He's got 7 more years with the Yankees at $40 million per season. Takes him to the end of his age 39 season where he'd likely retire. These big body players don't tend to age well. They tend to come across more and more injuries. And he's a big dude that's a lot of strain on your body to move that kind of a body around. Playing the outfield. I think if they move him, I think if they get him to be a DH for the last 4 or 5 seasons, you can extend his career a little bit. But I think realistically, he'll average 30 home runs over the next 7 seasons of that career, probably end up at like 515. I think that's probably the high end of where he goes. Honestly, if he can stay healthy, he could be a 600 home run guy. I don't trust that his body holds up.
You think he's got 300 more home runs?
300 more home runs in him in the next 7 seasons?
In 7 seasons? He could. That's what I'm saying. If he stayed healthy, he's only going to average 40 home runs a season to get to that, to put another 300 on top of it. Could it be done? He absolutely could.
But that's averaging 40 into like being 40.
Oh yeah. I'm just saying if he's healthy and they can preserve him to actually get mainly full seasons out of him to his age 39 season, could he do it? Sure. He could hit a bunch of home runs. Will he do it? There's no way he'll do it. My guess is he's 500 to 515. That's the best he'll be able to do because he's not going to be an everyday guy.
I'd love to see him get to 5 to 515. I don't know. I don't know, man.
600 is not happening. It's not.
No,
I'm sorry. I love the dude. I love watching this guy hit. But
dude, I mean,
I'm not.
If we're gonna say, let's just say 700. I mean, let's just do that. Let's just say 700 home runs.
Yeah.
Let's get him to 700. 400 more home runs.
Yeah, in 7 years. Yeah, not.
Yeah,
happening.
I mean, could he get to 600 if he stayed healthy and continued to hit 40 home runs per season? Yeah, at his size in that ballpark, if he's healthy, it could be done. Will he do it? Absolutely not, because he won't be on the field enough to do it.
I'm saying 473 is what he ends with. That's my number.
That's a very specific number.
Yeah, going for it. 473. I don't know. And then by the time, so the way that they're pitching to him now, too, like if Sean brought it up before the show, like if the Yankees don't start putting legit bats around him other than Soto, no one's going to pitch to this dude. If the Yankees are in contention and they need his bat down the stretch, it's going to disappear because no one's going to pitch to that bat. Like, it's not going to disappear on Aaron Judge's account. It's going to disappear because no one's going to throw to him. So,
well, yeah, I mean, he'll still go ahead.
Oh, I was just going to say, how many home runs can you realistically hit when you're just getting the four fingers and the trot down to first base? I don't know.
Yeah, I mean, I think the challenging part too, which, we're talking about now, I think is going to be just how many realistic opportunities is he going to have to see the number of pitches, see the number of strikes, have the opportunities to hit all those balls over the fence. I mean, as long as he's healthy and he's in the lineup, he's going to hit home runs. I just don't know. I mean, Soto's up at the end of this year, right? I mean, who knows, what's going to happen there. I mean, it's going to be a boatload of money. Wherever he ends up signing is going to be a gajillion dollars. Could it be the Yankees? Maybe. I don't know. But let's say Soto doesn't. Let's just say for the sake of the argument, Soto's gone. Like, why on earth would you pitch to this guy more than one time a game?
I wouldn't.
You shouldn't.
First at bat, first inning, second inning. If there's two guys on, I pitch around him. If it's 2 outs and the base is empty, here, have your chance. And he flies out to the warning track. Now the rest of his 3 at bats of the game, I'm being careful with him. It's like you do that over the course of 106. Like, how many opportunities is this guy going to get? That's where it's like, to me, it's going to be on the Yankees as well to be like, we got to surround him with hitters that you can't pitch around this guy and give him as many opportunities as you can to put the ball in seats.
Yeah, absolutely.
The scary thing with Judge is kind of like Trout. He could play up 3/4 of the season, still hit 40 bombs. I mean, he did it last year at 37 in 106 games. Like, if he can get on the field and you can give him some protection, let him hit. I mean, the last 4 seasons, he's averaged 45 home runs. He only played 2.5, basically 2 full seasons and then 2 partials. And over his 7 full seasons, not counting COVID, he's averaged over 30 home runs a year. And 3 of those seasons, he played 100 games, about 100 games. So, I mean, he can do a lot in not a lot of games, but he's got to see pitches to hit. And if the Yankees continue to build the lineup the way they have, he's gonna miss the next few years of prime home run hitting because nobody's gonna pitch to the guy, and they shouldn't.
Yeah,
they shouldn't.
No. So realistically, I think he's 475 to 490. We also talked before we came on too. Like, he didn't come up till he was 24. You know, and then he also loses 20 to 30 home runs in the COVID season as well.
Exactly.
Right. He only hit 9 that year. I say only 9, but they only played 60 games. So like, he lost a lot of opportunity in that season as well.
He only played 28.
Yeah. So he didn't even play. He only played half the season.
He only played 28 out of them.
Yeah. So, I mean, you take that season out of there, you add another 45 home runs, then we're really pushing 500, like. Oh,
you're at that point, you're pushing.
Yeah.
Right. But that's the 515, 520 number.
Right.
He has a lot of catch up to do. If he what's he at 44 this year, right?
44. Yep.
Yeah. So right now he's got 44. It's August 19th. He ends this year with 55, 58. Now we're going, okay, now that average number is coming down a little bit.
Right.
He has 55, let's say 58 this year. And then it comes out, he stays healthy. Let's say they sign Soto and he ends up with 58 to 60 next year. Now you're back on that. Like, okay, we're up there at 5. Yeah. I just don't can you expect it? I don't know if you can expect it. I wouldn't be shocked.
You're right.
I wouldn't be shocked. I mean, he is incredible.
Yeah.
But
I think 500 home runs is within his reach if he can stay healthy and they give him some protection. If they just keep doing what they're doing, he's going to have a tough time getting there. But what's scary about Judge is that he and Trout are the same age. Trout's got 14 seasons in the big leagues to Judge's 9.
Right. Yeah, and I mean, he's going to need if he has a legitimate chance at it, like a legitimate crack at it, he's going to need 2 out of the next 4 seasons of 60.
Yeah, I think that's fair.
Because
Absolutely.
I don't know if you can ask a 38-year-old judge to hit 45 to 50. That's just insane. I mean, again, if anyone could do it, it could be him. But that's insane.
Absolutely.
I mean,
All right.
it's a lot, but at the same time, like, you've seen a lot of these sluggers, like Nelson Cruz, age 38, hit 41 bombs.
Yeah.
Age 40, hit 32. I mean, can it be done? Yeah, but Nelson Cruz was also a lot healthier generally than Judge was.
But
Nelson
Nelson
wasn't
Cruz
built the same.
also at the end of his career, Nelson Cruz is a rental player that was constantly sent to good teams that
Yeah.
have lineups where you couldn't pitch around a guy like Nelson Cruz.
And he DH'd.
He DH, of course.
Exactly.
I mean, that's a given. But he was sent to teams that, like, oh, okay, like, you can't pitch around him, so you got to give him pitches to hit, and then he's going to hit over the fence. If that's Judge's MO, then absolutely he could get it.
Yeah, and Judge isn't going to bounce around like Nelson Cruz is at the end. Like, he's a Yankee for life.
So.
He ain't going anywhere else. So, so that's the Yankees' job, like Harrison said, to build the lineup around him, or he's not going to come close to it.
Yeah, Judge only goes as far as that lineup and his body takes him.
Yeah.
There's no doubt he can hit home runs in bunches.